So this is basically the course objectives are to increase your theoretical knowledge of teaching. So all the subjects that you covered on the CELTA, for example, you will now cover in more detail. And I can see a lovely name I recognize here. Hello to the lovely Susan. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're very, very well. And you will also learn a lot about the different types of teaching. So back to the frameworks, if you remember. So you will look at these in more detail. You will look at how to teach productive skills lessons more effectively, how to teach receptive skills lessons more effectively, how to analyze language in more depth for teaching purposes. All right. Of course, phonology, lesson planning. So again, on CELTA, for example, we gave you the very basics of lesson planning. So we just gave you the overall, and we provided you with usually 2 or 3 lesson frameworks, such as, test, teach, test, PPP, guided discovery. So you'll look at things like task-based learning as well, which often is referred to on CELTA, but we often don't get time to do that in as much detail as we would like. We also look at materials. So not only materials development, but how to use materials more effectively, and not just sort of depending on materials in general, but also looking at approaches like dogme, for example, which many teachers often have questions about and don't often know how to use. All right, so we'll be looking at things like that. And of course, like the Delta, we'll be looking very carefully at discourse, so that's spoken and written. Some of you will be familiar with this already because if you studied English language and linguistics at university, I'm sure you have a strong background in this already. All right, so this is something that you will encounter on the advanced methodology course.